Performance of the night. Luka Doncic and the Mavericks were taking on the Suns, and Luka had himself a Christmas. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. He's 2 points away from scoring his 10,000th career point, so he's going to do it from way back there, from Grant Williams there. He eclipses 10,000 in his 358th game. That's the 7th fastest in league history at 38 through 3 quarters. 10 minutes left in the game. Mavs down by 4. Luka draining the 3 on the wing. That pushes his total for the game to 41, cuts the lead to 1. 9 minutes left in the game. Under 4 minutes left in the game. Mavs down by 7. Doncic draws a double team, finds Lively, who lays it in. Mavs up 9. Final minute of the game now. Mavs up 126 to 114. Doncic sitting on 48 points. So what's he going to do? Floater. Bloop. 50. 50 for Luka on Christmas. He had 50, had 14 assists, he had 6 rebounds. Kevin Durant was frustrated after the loss. Mavs win by 14. NBA's been playing games on Christmas Day going back to the 1940s, and Doncic yesterday became just the 4th player to record 50 points on Christmas, joining Bernard King, Wilt Chamberlain, and Rick Barry. Pretty good list. And in case you didn't think he was spreading the Christmas cheer with his teammates, he dished out those 15 assists at this.
I don't think we're healthy right now. I don't think we're where we want to be to compete versus the top teams until we continue to get better and better, continue to work our habits. And for us, we're still trying to figure our situation out as far as how we want to continue to attack each game. So, but we'll be better.
LeBron tied a season low yesterday with 16 points. It continues a trend of the Lakers coming up short when James can't be Superman. They are 6-1 this season when he scores more than 30 points, but 8-13 when he does not reach that number. Tim Legler, as I promised, is with us now to discuss all things NBA. Legs, LeBron acknowledging after that game that the Lakers are not ready right now to compete with the NBA's best. When you watch that game, what do you see as the difference between these two teams right now?
Yeah, I think he's being honest. I think he's being accurate, because I think the difference between particularly the Lakers and the Boston Celtics right now is the guys after the stars. We know LeBron and AD, when they're healthy and playing well, they're going to give you a chance every night. But what about that next layer? And when I look at Boston's guys after Tatum and Brown, you look at a Derek White, you look at a Porzingis, you look at a Jrue Holiday. These 3 players are two-way, multi-dimensional players that can beat you a number of ways and impact the game defensively. So it's one thing to have your top guys play well. You're going to need a lot of help, and that's where Boston has the most depth. They've got the most versatility, and you look at what they've added to this team that's been so close over the last 2 years. You get a Derek White, you get a Porzingis, you get a Jrue Holiday, 3 guys capable in any given night of giving you 20, but they also impact the game defensively at a high level. Right now, Boston, because of that, is in a different league than the Lakers, and I think you really saw that yesterday.
Different league than the Lakers, but I mean, are you willing right now to look at Boston and say we're watching the best team in the league when we put them on?
Yeah, this is the best team in the NBA. I don't really think it's debatable right now. I think you've got teams like Milwaukee that would be on the next shelf. You've got a team like Denver that we know what they're capable of. They won a championship, and they've got great core continuity in that starting 5. But I don't think anybody is playing at the level of the Boston Celtics right now. They went out and added 2 players that now give them basically a way to play offensively that no other team can match, because they can beat you from the 3-point line. They can beat you with points in the paint. They can beat you with isolation basketball. They can get to the line, or if need be on a given night, they can lock you down because of the versatility defensively and the rim protection that they still have with Porzingis. So to lose a guy like Marcus Smart and replace him with a Jrue Holiday, so basically you get the same defensive presence, but you add actually more offensively to go get a Porzingis. When you lose Robert Williams, you get the same level rim protection, but you get a much better offensive player. That is what the Boston Celtics have gone out and done, and that is why right now this is the best team in the NBA.
Celtics, as you mentioned, been so close the last couple of years, really still trying to get over that last postseason hump. Things are looking good for them right now, long way.
63-49 at halftime, partly fueled by that 22-1 run that they went on in the first quarter there, Michael Wilbon. We know these 2 squads are not at full strength, so I want to ask you this. We were talking a little bit earlier, and Stephen A. said that he thinks that potentially, he wasn't sure about where the Philadelphia 76ers could elevate to. And you said you wanted to push back on the
idea. Bit. My dear friend over here. The end of Christmas Day.
They couldn't be second.
Listen, I like what Philadelphia has done. I mean, Joel Embiid is what? No lower than like third on a real list, third or fourth for MVP right now, and can be first. I like what they've done, Steve.
Why not?
He's averaging 35 a game.
He can be first.
Oh,
Okay.
he can.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
Y'all were
can.
getting ready to jump
Okay,
in.
what are you talking about? Okay, go ahead.
But I don't think they have enough to. Milwaukee with the Dame move, and they seem to be hitting a stride right now. I realize they lost to the Knicks, but I like what Milwaukee's doing slowly and gradually. And Boston is the class of the East. So I think that the Sixers, if they can hold down that third spot, right, and you need to have some help.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's going to beat both Philadelphia and Milwaukee in the playoffs. But I like what Boston and Milwaukee in the playoffs. But I like what Philly.
But let me say this to you. Here's why I think you're wrong. Embiid is a monster.
Yes, he is.
He is the kryptonite or potential kryptonite to whatever Giannis is going to throw in your direction. Okay? They've got enough depth, and they've got good guard play in Maxey and others, right? That's number 2. And number 3, guys, coaching. It is a question mark. I'm rooting for Griffin to be well, but we all know Giannis ain't been happy with him. We all see how they've slipped defensively.
Giannis helped get him hired.
He did, and he's changed his mind. But they've slipped defensively. The combination of those things, I think, catapults Philly potentially.
Well, speaking of coaching, how about Eric Spoelstra in the Miami Heat?
He's the best.
Right?
He's the best in business.
Like you talked about earlier about the disrespect to the Denver Nuggets, the disrespect to the Miami Heat.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they
ain't had enough.
They represented the Eastern
I don't care. They don't have enough.
And here they are right in the thick of things. We said that last year.
We did.
We said that last year.
The Miami Heat
I'm
we
saying
said
it
that
again.
last year.
I'm saying it again.
Never count against
He's
them,
forgotten.
right? Because it wouldn't
Too
be
much eggnog.
surprised if you end up seeing them. Santa Perk, what do we think of Santa Book game of the night? I know this is one that you had circled particularly because you were curious to see that Luka Doncic versus Devin Booker matchup. What are you watching in this?
Well, listen, I love anytime Devin Booker's going up against anybody, he's one of my favorite players in the league because he embraces challenge, but more importantly, he instigates challenges a lot of times.
Yes.
And when he instigates it, then he shows up on the court and he tries to back it up. And most of the time he does that. That's a beautiful thing that we want to see in the game of basketball because it reminds us of the level of interest these guys have. Unfortunately, when I watch his team this year, that's not what I see. I see a very lethargic team looking indifferent and apathetic half the damn time, and their record shows just that. So it would be nice for the Phoenix Suns to show us tonight they're actually interested in winning a game.
More than nice, imperative. I mean, they're the 500 team. What are they doing?
Right.
They're a team that I know certainly on this side of the set, we thought they were going to be in serious contention.
And now they're 11th on the outside of the play-in tournament looking in at this point. And I know it's only 28 games in, but it feels like there's
far
an
enough
urgency.
in to know a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah.
I understand that Bradley Beal hasn't been out there. I understand the big three have played. Well, they played 2 games together?
2, 3, yes.
They've played 24 minutes together, essentially.
It's been disappointing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking at Frank Vogel. Like, what adjustments is he going to make today? Like, are they going to play faster? Is he going to play small ball?
Well, without
How he's
Yusuf
going to
Nurkic.
contain Luka?
Right.
One thing about instigating Luka, you bow him, he go bow back.
Luka Doncic, he loves this matchup. He told me how much he looks forward to playing Devin Booker. This is going to